Good evening and welcome to another breaking news report. Today is the 2nd of April. I am Dick Smitten. These reports just in. A swimmer received injuries this week after a shark attack in Western Australia. The victim, Mimi Ticklefeather, is currently in a stable condition in Woolloomooloola Hospital just outside of Perth. Mimi, who was born a man, has been undergoing a medical gender reassignment process over the past several months. Mimi says while the attack was a shock, she is very happy that the bite wound will save her a fortune in gender reassignment surgery. The shark responsible for the attack has been captured and is now in a quarantine facility after testing positive for COVID-19, apparently contracted from the bite. And in other COVID news, residents of California are banding together to sue the coronavirus for damages to infrastructure, loss of income, as well as mental anguish. They say the virus must take responsibility for its effects on society and make suitable payouts to the affected families or face a period of incarceration. A lawyer acting on behalf of the virus stated his client is merely a submicroscopic infectious agent and doesn't have the mental capacity to understand its effects on society nor face criminal court. The Darwin Awards, held in Shrewsbury, England, birthplace of the naturalist Charles Darwin and author of The Origin of Species, was a huge failure this week, after none of the award candidates were available to attend the ceremony. The Darwin Awards are designed to recognise individuals that have contributed to human evolution by selecting themselves out of the gene pool through astounding misapplication of judgment. It is precisely because of their qualification for the award that none of the award candidates were available to attend the ceremony. Critics of the event say this point should have been taken into account by the event organisers, and that the event committee are no brighter than the award candidates themselves. Families of the award candidates were happy to see the event fail, and repeatedly told the event committee where they could stick their awards. A dad's joke went bad at a social event in Orenburg, Russia, just north of the Kazakhstan border yesterday. The joke, comprising of the release of a foul-smelling gas after the pull of a finger, was originally designed to simply amuse party guests. The guest doing the finger pulling was apparently stronger than expected and inadvertently pulled the finger clean off. The second phase of the joke, the releasing of the gas, worked extremely well, however. So well, in fact, that the large crowd of people attending the party all rushed for the exits at once. Several people were injured in the stampede. Doctors treating the party joker, a Mr. Vladimir Gustov, say that while the detached finger was unsavable, a new finger will soon be grafted on after a generous finger donation by a man from southern India. A conspiracy theorist by the name of Jeremiah Codswallop has been receiving mixed reviews after his controversial tour of the country. Among his many claims is that the new 5G telecommunications network, in conjunction with a facility in Alaska known as HAARP, meaning High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, a technology designed to beam high-frequency waves into the ionosphere, were actually created to provide sexual stimulation to visiting interdimensional beings. He also says that the trails left by aircraft are a toxic mix of chemicals referred to as chemtrails, and are a ploy initiated by a covert group known as the New World Order to reduce human population by causing baldness in men, therefore making them less attractive to women. Jeremiah goes on to say that he will prove once and for all that gravity does not exist by leaping from the top of the city's sky tower. Science expert Dr. Chase Grant says that Jeremiah's claims are ludicrous and recommends that pedestrians strictly avoid this area for the next few days. A Nigerian man lost his life savings this week after falling victim to a scam. In an interview with a local radio station, he admits he is embarrassed as he himself worked in a scam call centre. On top of this, the call he received came from the same office he worked in. The worker that called him had no idea he was talking to a colleague, as the numbers they call are provided randomly. The man, whose name has been suppressed, says he should have known better, but the offer made to him sounded too good to pass up. The man has since resigned his position with the company and is now working as a manual river sand extractor. He says he is relieved to be away from the call centre, but wonders how long it will be before the dangerous aquatic life in the region robs him of his remaining family jewels. On to sports now. Hunter Bush is with us to bring you up to date with what's happening in the world of sports. Good evening, Hunter.
Thank you, Dick. Good evening. I'm Hunter Bush. In sporting news, the world of extreme sports is in the spotlight again, with the growing popularity of alligator wrestling. Concerns have been voiced regarding how the sport may negatively affect the reptiles. However, in practicality, the animals seem more than willing to sink their teeth into it. Participation costs may still be prohibitive to many of the athletes though, at least for the next few years, as club fees and the importation of live alligators is said to cost an arm and a leg. The wrestling of these animals does require a high level of skill, and newbies to the sport are encouraged to begin training with smaller reptiles, such as skinks and geckos. The sport has certainly had a positive effect in Florida and the USA, as alligator exports have been a big boost to the state's economy, with the added bonus of making the Everglades that much safer for swimmers. Residents of New Zealand, however, have voiced concerns over the possibility and potential inevitability of the animals escaping into local waterways. Residents are also worried that importing alligators could lead to the importation of other dangerous and exotic wildlife, and don't want the country to turn into yet another Australia. The Accident Compensation Corporation of New Zealand are disappointed also, having described the sport as bloody stupid, and say that they have no intention of paying out on any claims related to the activity. Internationally, petitions are underway to have the sport included in the upcoming Olympics. Though athletes aren't predicted to remain in this sport for as long as some other sports, due to the high level of physical demand, athletes are saying their training and experience will set them up nicely for future Paralympic competitions. On a side note, the offshoot sport of Komodo dragon wrestling seems to be in decline, as many athletes say they are put off by the animals drooling. That's it for the sport report. Back to you, Dick.
Thank you, Hunter. Now on to our main story. It seems that the question of whether there is other life in the universe may have been answered with the alleged landing of a UFO in Pacific Park today. Our always accommodating correspondent Penny Farthing is on the scene with that story. Hi there, Penny.
Hi, Dick.
Well, this could be a very historic occasion.
It certainly could, Dick.
Could you tell us what's been happening?
Well, I'm here at Pacific Park, where a craft, believed to be from outer space, landed in the field behind me about an hour ago.
I don't see anything unusual there. I have to admit, I'm a little confused.
I thought you would be, Dick. The craft is apparently using some sort of cloaking device to keep itself hidden from view.
So how do we know the UFO is actually there?
Several witnesses in the park at the time of the landing say they saw the craft arrive before apparently fading from view. And nobody has actually seen the craft leave.
How many people were in the park at the time of the landing?
I estimate about 50 people saw the craft arrive. Witnesses that I have spoken to say that while it was surprising to see, it did have the positive effect of breaking the monotony of, and I quote, the same old, same old.
Everyone likes a change of scene from time to time.
They certainly do, Dick.
Where are the witnesses now?
The witnesses, who had otherwise been taking a big interest in this unusual event, have not long crossed to the other side of the park, where the local ice cream stand have announced that they are doing a happy hour.
Have the alien visitors given any indication as to why they are here?
It's difficult to say at this point what the visitors are hoping to achieve. However, a takeaway menu was found close to the craft, and locals say it didn't belong to them.
Okay, thank you for that, Penny. Keep us updated if there are any further developments.
Definitely.
Is there anything you would like to add at this point?
I would just like to say that this is potentially a life-changing event, and who knows, with the help of our alien friends, could lead to major advancements in technology, government, religious beliefs, and generally life as we know it today.
Penny? Penny? Well, we seem to have lost Penny for the moment. It's time for a break now. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
QuasiJet, the new standard in airline travel. We have over 3.5 aircraft flying you to most destinations we know how to find. Our safety record is superb, with no accidents ever, while we were taxiing. To bring you the best prices in the industry, we have generously eliminated luggage service, snacks, drinks, toilets, cabin crew, and seating, so you can burn those extra calories while you travel with our unique standing room only luxury interiors. Enjoy peace of mind with our special customer guarantee, where if you are not completely satisfied with your flight, you don't have to return home. Don't delay. Book QuasiJet today. We endeavour to get you there. QuasiJet, proud sponsors of the breaking news, or at the very least, strong moral support.
Good evening and welcome back to the breaking news. Will Ryder is here bringing us up to date with the country's weather for the start of the holiday weekend. Good evening, Will.
Hi there, Dick. Well, we're in for a bit of a mixed bag this weekend, with winds from the Tasman bringing good weather to the north, while southerly blast is expected to affect the lower half of the country. Moving down the country, now we see Northland and the Bay of Islands is in for lots of happy faces. This will extend down to Jaffa Land, where Auckland will be experiencing a good deal of the big smileys also. Across the center of the island, there will be confusing weather for Taranaki and the Central Plateau, with Rotorua smelling as bad as ever. Onto the Capital and Cook Strait, there will be some bad hair days in this area as the two pressure systems come together. Certainly not the place you want to be if you have a toupee or comb over. Into the south now, more confusion around the central South Island, with Christchurch residents probably not knowing what the fuck is going to hit them next. We do expect to see at least 2 happy faces in and around Queenstown, but Dunedin and the rest of lower south is in for a big load of shit. And I mean absolute shit. Horrible. Summarizing now, things will be pretty good for the top half of the North Island, but below that, you have my sympathy.
Well, it looks like the weather's going to be mostly typical for this time of year.
So it seems, Dick, though the weather in this country does have a mind of its own. My best advice? Wait till the day, then look out the window.
I hear you. Will you be travelling south again this weekend?
You've got to be fucking joking.
Fantastic. That was Will Ryder with the weekend's weather. We cross now to our eye-in-the-sky traffic reporter, Roger Gently, who will bring us up to date with the traffic situation for the start of the weekend. Good evening, Roger.
Roger,
How are things looking from up there?
it's hard to tell at the moment. The news helicopter is down for maintenance, so the Air Force have kindly loaned us this F4 Phantom for the evening. Well, frankly, it's a bit hard to get a good look at the traffic at this speed. Fortunately, we did manage to install a few cameras around the aircraft to optimise the coverage.
Oh, very good.
Not even sure where I am at the moment.
I understand. Just do the best you can, Roger.
Roger. Passing over a residential area now. Approaching the central city, where the traffic seems to be... Wait. There's something happening just... No. I just missed it. I'll come back for that if I can.
Are you okay up there?
Fine. I think I've got it under control again. God, I had no idea these things were so fast. Damn, where am I?
I hear you may be about to pass over one of our ground-based cameras. We might be able to locate you. Found you. Turn northeast from there, Roger.
Roger. Great. I have the city in sight.
Well done.
Traffic in the city seems to be flowing quite nicely at the moment, with no major... Oh! Buildings! Quick, fuck! Fuck! Shit! Oh, jeez! Oh! Crap! 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 Oh, fuck! Jeez! Shit!
Oh my god.
I'm okay. Just experiencing a little bit of turbulence.
For sure. In the interest of public safety, we might just move on from the traffic report at this time. Feel free to head back to base, Roger.
Roger, and out.
Well, we seem to have sorted out the technical difficulties with our correspondent report. We cross now again to Penny Farthing, apparently now inside the alien UFO. Hi there, Penny. It's great to have you back.
Thank you, Dick. It's great to be here. As you can see, I am now inside the alien craft.
Wow, that's incredible. Can you fill us in on what's happened since we saw you last?
It seems I am now able to confirm that there is indeed life from outside of the world we know as home. Since being brought aboard, I have been given a tour of the vessel, which, from what I have seen, includes a flight deck, crew quarters, a home cinema, and a gym, complete with a sauna and spa.
That's fascinating. How are the aliens treating you?
Very well so far. After the initial tour, I was treated to a refreshing dip in the spa, after which we all sat down to a meal consisting of egg fried rice and 7-Up, apparently purchased from a local Chinese takeaway located next to Pacific Park. As you can see, I am now in some kind of medical facility where, if my instincts are correct, I am about to receive a jolly good probing.
I see. Will you be able to provide coverage of that procedure?
I don't think so, Dick.
Any idea when you will be back on Earth?
The aliens, who, by the way, communicate with some type of telepathy, say they will deliver me back to the Earth in roughly 9 months, after I have given birth to an alien baby.
Well, congratulations and good luck with that.
Thank you, Dick.
That was Penny Farthing reporting to us live from inside an alien spaceship. This just in. Traffic is building up after several vehicles collided on the motorway just west of the city. Witnesses say the accident was caused when drivers became distracted by an Air Force jet flying at low level over the area. No injuries have been reported. Well, that wraps up our breaking news report for Friday the 2nd of April. I would like to thank our sponsor, QuasiJet, for their support, and our correspondents, Penny Farthing, Will Ryder, Hunter Bush and Roger Gently, for their contributions. Thank you all for joining us. I am Dick Smitten, wishing you all a wonderful holiday weekend. Good evening. Good evening.
The news helicopter is down for maintenance. So the Air Force was kind enough to loan us an F4 maintenance for the moment.
Nice, I love it.
Moving down the country, now we see... What the fuck? Sorry. Stop, my hand keeps getting up. How far? Can I go there? Okay.
Quite frankly, it's a bit hard to get a look at the good.
Did have the positive effect of breaking the monotony of, and I quote, the same old, same old.
We'll go for a fourth action, just to see if we can smooth out the monotony.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay, no problem. You're doing great.
Good evening. I'm Patricia Bush. Sorry. I've practiced it so many times. I'm like, Patricia. Hunter Bush. Thank you, Dick.
Damn, where am I?
So I'm sort of starting to get a bit like, what have I got myself into?
Oh, very nice.
I just heard how I said New Zealand, and it was like the Kiwiest thing. I was like, New Zealand. And I was like, how do I say it? I was like, New Zealand. I don't know. I said it really weirdly.